Good, Neku. Hope you're doing well as well. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of dreading playing this many accounts. I think I'm gonna get rid of one or two of my accounts. Or not get rid of, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll stop playing on them. Yeah, that's the worst part, Neko. It's also like, if this account was in Endgame, it would be like kind of easier. But I just don't want to spend 20 to 30 minutes of my day every single day, and then I have to do a new patch's story quest 4 times. It's like, oh no. This is a temporary measure, basically. I've also been like trying to. I've been overthinking, right? Like stupidly, because there's no reason I should be overthinking about this game. But I've been overthinking on like what I should do with pulling a Noxa, cause like, oh man, I'm such a like giga sweat at this game now. I can't help but like control myself. Hmm. Huge. I need to do these events before they go as well. Like this one's easy. This one is also really easy. To be honest, this is like the first time I'm glad in quite a while that the events in a patch are ass and like quick and not fun, because it just makes it easier for a new account. I'm not quitting HSR. I already said it before, like Woo or something else. If I ever do quit. Neku, to be honest, it's not that I want every character. It's that Okay, so the two characters I mostly wanted were Phanon and Castris, right? But the reason it became like this is because I don't have a single hyper carry support on my main account, meaning like I'd have to pull Sunday, Ceridra, and then Phanon, and then all that, right? Which would be like very annoying. Like if I lose one 50-50, my Phanon isn't going to have like a good team. So then my second account, I built for Castris so that, I could at least get one character that I wanted. But then we find out that like Castris's best in slot support is Tribby, and then after this it's gonna be Hyacine. So she's getting like back to back best in slots. Now I can get Castris just fine on my second account, I think. But yeah. And then the third account was because of Cypher leaks, right? Now that one is my own fault, right? I'll 100% admit that the Cypher stuff makes her look really broken for Sustainless. So I was kind of curious about it. But now I have a fourth account too, and this fourth account plans to go for a Noxa. So like one of these accounts is for sure just getting bricked, bro. Like I'm probably pulling the character and then after that I'm never using the account again. I think I'm fine with only two accounts or three maybe because of my Castris account. The thing about my Castris account is that it has an E1 S1 Robin and an E1 Tribby. So the chances of me like I don't know. What I could do, right, is not make content on that account and like not log into it all that often and like just slowly build up pulls on it just in case in the future I want to pull for something. And that's basically it. However, currently the account I'm most excited to play is Anoxa. Um like even though Castris is upcoming, I'm a lot more excited for Noxa because of my fourth account having an E1 Sunday. I can almost hit a 100% defense shred. How you thinking about the state of the game? The Doom posting about global passive is insane. I don't care right now. I already made a video on this. I just don't care. If it does become a problem, I'll quit the game. But so long as it continues to be like these incredibly niche passives that barely matter, I don't have like okay, I obviously it'd be better if they just weren't in the game in the first place or they were like grindable for free players or these passives were put on like the MC, right? Like the MC, you unlock a certain, thing for MC and he gives you this passive. But like I just don't care, man. Castris' passive doesn't do shit, right? Uh, I was watching Mr. Pokey yesterday, and he put it perfectly. People aren't scared of the Caster's passive; they're scared of the global passive, which is completely understandable. There isn't a problem right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, oh, I'm quitting the game, guys, because they might do something in like a year's time that really breaks the game. That, to be honest, no one actually knows what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care. HSR lost 55% of its player base. Is that number? I don't think that number is accurate at all. Hello, Celestial. Yeah, it's nowhere near 55%. At max, it'd probably be like 10%. That's it. I mean, it's just whatever you want, Mystic. Like, I can't predict what other 5 stars they're going to be putting in the shop, you know? Like, we also don't know how often they're going to be updating the shop. So, a lot of people have been saying, save the token until Robin comes into the shop. Do you guys really think they're going to put Robin in there in like a few months' time? Like, at minimum, it's taking a year or more before they add Robin. 20%? I wouldn't even believe 20%. Because here's the thing. The majority of people who play this game, they don't even watch the live stream, for one. For two, the amount of people who actually do watch HSR content online is like a very, very small percent of the player base. And then on top of this, you also have to consider the majority of people actually don't care enough about this passive to actually quit. So with those 4 things combined, it's like maybe a 5% difference. Like maybe. 'Elfcon, you're kind of exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, power creep in this game is for sure a thing, but like, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos. E1 Ruan Mei is a better buffer than E0 Tribby. And in some case scenarios, E1 Tribby, if you're able to stack enough like defense ignore or defense shred on a team, right? Now, obviously, Trippy is better because she as well has her own damage. She has like the vulnerability and stuff. But like E1 Robin with the 24% res pen, usually stronger than a Tribby. E1 Ruan Mei, stronger than a Tribby when you have a lot of defense ignore. Like, these supports are still very strong.
Careful, it's changing.
Ebendir. I think that's its name. Ebendir. Are you doing a new account? Yeah, this one's for Cypher. But like as you guys can probably tell, this account is already a few days old. For anyone who was like here when I was making my Rob account, I'm not taking this account as seriously as Rob. For one, Cypher is a lot farther away, and for two, I just want to take my time more. Like on Rob, I finished the entirety of the main quest in like a few days. I mean, ElfCon, you literally do not know that is the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know that. Like, we're literally just making up scenarios in our head, thinking that something might happen, and that's why getting a free Ruan Mei is bad. Like, not really. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I understand people can hate the global passive 100%, right? But the hate I see towards the anniversary doesn't really make much sense. Like, this anniversary, in terms of like the rewards, 100% surpassed my expectations. A free limited, and they actually had the balls to put Ruan Mei and Luocha on there, when Luocha is currently one of the best sustains for both casters in my day, and Ruan Mei can still be very universal in a lot of teams, right? And on top of this, they confirmed we're getting another brand new limited 5-star somewhere down the line, with it likely being a fake collab. So we're getting 2 free limited 5-stars, an extra like 20 to 30 pulls, all of the quality of life they added, and like everything else. Like, the only thing that really sucked about the live stream was the passive. Like, this is way better than the last anniversary by like a mile. No, I agree, Win Minion. I agree, right? I agree. I'm literally just speaking for the anniversary, right? Like, even for free to plays or low spenders, like my main account that is from like 1.0 low spender, right? Like, the highest Eidolon count I have on a standard character is like E3. So I have to play the game for like another 2 years before I can even start really like taking advantage of that system. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Mm, Blaziken, it doesn't work like that, bro. They're only available for like 3 patches. And when Dr. Ratio came out, it's not like they started scaling the endgame content to be significantly harder. Like, if anything, the endgame content didn't start getting harder until Dr. Ratio disappeared after like 4. Like, you guys are in your own heads, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. You guys are just in your own heads. Like, Ruan Mei is not that broken, bro. Huh? Oh, I see, I see, I see. Hmm. But yeah, like they aren't gonna starts like it's one thing for them to start scaling the end game off of a new game breaking DPS like Casters, not an old support from 1.x. Like they never did it for Ratio. They're not gonna do it for Ruan Mei. Are we serious? They are the exact same thing, Blaziken. It doesn't matter if one's a DPS and one's a support. If a character is broken, then they'll start scaling the end game higher. That's always how it works. It has nothing to do with what path they are or what they do. If they're just broken, they'll start scaling end game higher. Ruan Mei isn't broken. Most of the limited harmonies in this game are better than a Ruan Mei. Like, I don't think, guys, the only limited harmony that Ruan Mei is better than is fucking Sparkle. Okay? That's the only one. Every single other limited harmony in this game is better than Ruan Mei by a noticeable amount. Robin, one of the most universal supports with team-wide action advance. Sunday is currently the strongest hyper carry support in the entirety of the game. And Tribby is just, everybody knows what Tribby does. Ruan Mei is strong. She's good. She's universal. They aren't going to start scaling the end game off of a 1.x support, guys. Okay? This is a 1.x support. They don't care enough. This is literally like them saying like, here, damn you, like here, damn, you know? That one meme, like just fucking take it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just for basically people who didn't pull Ruan Mei for like their break teams, and that's basically it, right? Or some people who might be able to get like E1 Ruan Mei, or if you're a new account, you just quickly, you know, you get this and you have like a universal support for like any of your teams, right? Ruan Mei doesn't change anything, right? This is like saying that they're gonna start like adding, you know, maybe they nerf healing or they start making bosses do more damage because Luocha is also free and they're putting a free limited sustain there. Like that's not how it works, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Oh yeah, oh my, I pressed click by accident. Oh my god, man. I have E2S1 Ruan main. I don't use her. That's what I'm saying, Bendover. Like my main account has an E1S1 Ruan Mei. She's been untouched, bro. The only reason she's come out of her hibernation after like half a year, if not longer, is because I don't have a Sunday to run with my day. So she's like a last like stand support for my day currently until I finally get Sunday. And that's basically it. Like Ruan Mei is not that crazy to like start scaling endgame extremely high over. My only break character is Ling Sha. Should I get Ruan Mei or save the item? I don't know, man. I truly don't know. A lot of people keep asking the same question. I just don't know how often they're gonna add new characters to that shop. That's the actual problem. If it's like every single patch they add new characters, then yeah, it's worth saving. If it's like every 3 patches, it's kind of eh. Because what if the next harmony they add is Sparkle, or they don't even add a next harmony yet? You're gonna end up being there for like a year waiting for Robin to come around. And then if it's even longer than that, it's just 100% more worth to just like spend it right now, to be honest. Like, we just don't know how that system is working. Now, obviously, if you already have a Ruan Mei, you already have like an E1 or E2 Ruan Mei, there's literally zero point of using the token. So for like people who already own the characters or have no need for them, then yeah, it's probably better to save it. Five big booms. I'm on 64, so 74 pity. Nada. Another Natasha Eidolon? Why can't I get Gallagher like I did on Rob, man? That'd be so much nicer. E3 Natasha, this changes everything.
Here to crash the party?
Nah, I didn't see the new MOC lineup. It's okay to miss a stream or two, Wilson. I mean, my schedule for streaming is also pretty bad. But to be fair, that's why I try to make them as quick as possible, Wilson. I have FOMO. Well, it's understandable. Oh, whoops. Didn't realize I'd give her ult.
Nice teamwork. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
I mean, Wilson, you like Ruan Mei isn't too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing: my E1 S1 Ruan Mei Sustainless with my day would be so much stronger if she did not give this imaginary DPS weakness break efficiency. Like, I just break too fast with a my day. But if you're playing with a character who doesn't want to be attacked like my day, like E1 Ruan Mei and like even just E0 Ruan Mei are still very strong supports. Also for like people who skipped, like they didn't get Ruan Mei and they still got break characters, like that's just free. I don't know how good Hyacine is for my day, man.
Ready to lose her? You can fight
That's
it.
a V0 kit
Rock with it.
that is very, like, weird. It doesn't have specific numbers or anything. I just put it there to, like, let people know, you know, get a taste of what might happen. What's Ruan Mei Z2 anyway? I think you get like a 40% attack buff when enemies are broken or something.
Lend me your strength.
Oh, that's not enough? Whoops.
Lance! Forward!
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Ready to lose her? You can fight it. Or rock with it. Let's rock. You'll pick. Lend me your strength. Turn it up. Nap time.
Oh. And she's still locked. Wow.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. Ready to lose her? You can fight it. Or rock with it. Just a little something. Ain't nothing else. Persistence is timeless.
I just don't care if people quit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Turn it up. You'll pay. Lend me your strength. This song speeds up.
Here's the thing, like, you shouldn't, like, I understand, right? If it actually does start becoming a problem with the global passives and like people become like in denial that it's not like making a huge difference in terms of clearing endgame, like when that happens, it makes a lot more sense to be like, oh, you're not quitting, really? But like, who the fuck expects anyone to quit the game when like Castrus's passive is that ass? You know what I'm saying? Bro, are we serious?
Ready to lose her? You can fight it. Or rock with it.
Like once we finally start getting passives like people are afraid of, like 5-10% crit rate, you know, plus 2-3 speed, which I don't think they'll add in the game, by the way. I don't think they'll add a speed passive because it gets rid of the point of using the poet set. Like it literally goes against the poet set, so it doesn't make sense to add a speed passive. Res pen, like people are just making up bullshit, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
You are a man of vision, Mr. Yang. Perhaps some of them did reject the Plague Author's gift.
No 3-team endgame content? Hell, I'm glad there's no 3-team endgame content. They'll probably add it, but probably like in like late version 4, early version 4 probably. This game is still a little too early in the making, especially with like the current endgame scaling and how it works. It's a little too early to make 3-team content. Like that's 9. Oh wait, no. That's 12 characters. You need 12 fully built characters in the correct teams. Like a lot of people don't even have 12 limiteds on their account. When will V1 get leaked? Like a day before the new patch. It's always like that. V1 is usually like a day before the new patch. Hmm. Yeah, Velk.
Well, the master diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the other.
Yeah, like I've said it before. Here's the thing, right? If they truly were just gonna make stat stick passives, then literally what they could have done with Castris was give her like a 5% max HP buff to all characters on field. If they were really just gonna make these boring stat stick passives, the fact that they went out of their way to make it kind of niche and really useless but like make sense for the character implies that this is basically reserved only for very like lore important characters, and that it's supposed to be like a niche ability. It's not supposed to be some type of stat stick.
I think so too. Can't see many cloud knights.
Like for example, like someone brought this up in one of my comments yesterday. Like let's say we got some emanator of preservation in the future, and this emanator of preservation has a passive. Instead of like their passive giving like more defense or like something else, right? Like instead it's like some weird niche ability where like maybe after an ally ults, all allies on field receive like a shield equivalent to 5 to 10% of their max health, right? Like it's not like a stat stick really, but it's like a very niche ability that very slightly helps you, right?
And then it's not just time for a shot. Song's turning up. You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. Keep up. The lives of short life dead. This battle is unavoidable. Naughty time. Nap time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Resistance is timely.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not saying like it's never gonna become power creep, like maybe in the future, but this is the thing I mentioned in like a video I made recently. Like the rate at which we get characters with passives versus we just get normal like characters is like way slower. So like even if we do get power creep, it shouldn't be anywhere near as fast or massive as it is for like the characters in this game.
Time for a shot. Why did you come to the Sienna? To seek immortality? You don't have to please Jingwen. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus provide all that you desire. To guard and defend. Crush them. Nap time.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
I don't have any thoughts on it, Haru, because they can just change that. It would suck if it is true, but it's a V0 kit, bro. Like it's not even V1 or V2, it's a V0. I'd rather wait until at least the V1.
Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshu, the plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It seems coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
There's a leak about that? Yeah, like Hyacinth's entire V0 kit was leaked like 4 or 5 hours ago. I just saw it. And apparently the like HP drain on your allies or whatever, or on her, is locked behind her leg cone. It isn't really an issue for me, but
Good idea.
I mean, actually, it could be an issue for me depending on how unlucky I get on Rob. But yeah.
Forgive me. We took over and everything was going in. Yes. The greatest was the disciple, I swear.
Sustainless is gonna be a game changer with a no. No. Castris' global passive is completely useless in Sustainless.
You want to find?
You need to be healed or shielded after being revived by Castris' passive, or else you just instantly die again. So you can't do that in Sustainless.
The Master Diviner has gone ahead.
2%. You don't like hole? I don't think I've ever had a hole before to begin with.
The value of choice lies in unwavering resolve.
Chat, I can get 76% defense shred on a Noxa. If I get lucky, do I go for the E1 and try to get 92? Because a Noxa's E1 is kind of mid, to be honest. Not kinda, actually, it is really mid. A Noxa isn't worth it? This is for the 4th account. It is worth it. I've mentioned this before. So I plan to run a Noxa Sustainless. A Noxa Sustainless is not the same unit as a Noxa Sustain. Is there your 4th account for Phanon Saridra? Yes. But the thing is, no, it was originally for Castris and then Phanon and Saridra. However, here's the thing. If I pull a Noxa, I don't need to pull anyone in the entirety of 3.3. So even if I do get like E0S1 and Noxa, I get the pulls back from the anniversary patch plus 3.3. When Phanon comes around, I have like 400 pulls or some shit like that. And then with Phenon's patch, I have 500. So like getting an E0S1 on Noxa barely hurts the bank when you have 310 pulls right now. Because the more defense shred you stack, the bigger of a overall damage buff you get. So because the fourth account has an E1 Sunday and E1 Robin, I plan to run it Sustainless with RMC, and then E0S1 Anoxa with E1 Sunday with Quantum Set is 76% defense shred, which I think is a 60 to 70 or 80% damage increase. And then with E1 at 92%, it's like a nearly 100% damage increase.
While the flatland outside, correct. It refers the author of it such they were deciding it's hard to you come up. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I do have 4 accounts. This one's going for Cypher, Rob is going for Castrus, Main is going for My Day, fourth is going for Anoxa and Phenon. By the way, the fourth account already has an E0S1, the Herda. That's why it's fine. Yeah, I realized that too, Wilson. Apparently High C will deal damage. I'm interested if it's actually significant. Like, I'm really interested. Because then... Actually, no, it's probably still better to run her on HP percent. But, like, wind damage boost orb, like, stuff like that, right? Link Shaw all over again, you know what I'm saying?
Excuse me. Wouldn't mind what he said. Let's make it. Here we are.
Hello, Brian.
Allow me to decide if you wish to please excuse every species. Foxy, as for to return to your what use all you must of course. Excessive.
I'm really excited for Noxa, man. I'm pretty confident Noxa will be pretty ass for me with Sustain. But Sustainless, that man is probably going to go crazy with an E1 Robin and E1 S1 Sunday. Probably highest scene radius. You just want to waste your pulls, accept it. If all I wanted to do was waste my pulls, I would have already pulled My Day on the fourth account. Like, having an E1 S1 Sunday, knowing I can also pull E1 S1 My Day, and stopping myself from doing that, or stopping myself from pulling for E0S1 Castrus when she also gets like 70 to 80% defense shred with an E1S1 Sunday. Like, it's not really like that, you know what I'm saying?
Calm yourself, sure, but no need. The disciple gets time. There's nothing. We aren't. Very well. Good.
I will agree, I have like times where I really want to pull on something, but it's not like as serious as you guys might think it is.
So, have you and you then? Well then.
Lend me your strength.
Like, I don't even want to go for E1 Anoxa because it's so fucking shit, man. I really wish they just made his E1 better.
Naughty child.
Or I mean, his E2 isn't bad, I think. It's like 20 or 30% res down, but you know what I'm saying? Ugh. No, Wilson, I'm saying he's a waste of pulls because I already pulled him on my main account. That's why.
Long. As in any. Well,
Yeah, Solus. I mean, actually, currently I'm at 310. So I was on the fourth account, and I was like searching for chests yesterday for like an hour or something. So I'm at 310 currently. Probably gonna have 320 by the end of the patch. Anniversary patch is probably gonna give like 120 or 130. And then I have the monthly pass on it, so I'm getting like 150, 160. So 320 plus 150 pulls is 470. I have 470 pulls to get an E0S1 Noxa. And then after this, I'm skipping 3.3 on top of that for Phanon and Saridra. Guides? Hell fucking no, man. I hate guides. Guides are like the most boring shit to ever make. Like, I can't tell you how a character works, but like, it's just so boring, man. Like, I'd rather show you, you know? I'd rather show you, not tell you. Yeah, like I'll once in a while, right? Not always. Especially okay, so when I used to be a lot dumber, right? At the beginning of my content creation, when I was a lot dumber when it came to like HSR characters, telling how good they are, right? Like speed breakpoint scaling. Like I was pretty dumb in the beginning to be honest. So I would watch like guide videos, but like I haven't watched a guide video in so fucking long at this point, bro. It's been so fucking long. Like, I've become too much of a nerd. I no longer need guide videos. Although I do hope Phanon doesn't have broken Eidolons. Because if I do, like, let's say I do get pretty unlucky, I do not want to miss out on broken Eidolons. You know, I am a human after all. I sometimes feel FOMO when there are very strong Eidolons that I have a chance of getting. Cough cough, my Herda E2. Cough cough.
Moth Moon. This is the reliable disciple I mentored. This is Moth Moon, the head of our operations.
The thing is, even if Phanon has broken Eidolons, like, there's also Saridra coming after him, who's supposed to be his best in the slot. And then because she's a Harmony, it'd be way better to get her Eidolons instead. So, like, E0 S1 Phanon is hopefully just very strong in his own right. Hopefully it's not like another My Day situation where, like, he does 2 to 3 times the normal amount of damage on his big attack. By the way, guys, when you got, I will upload a video of me doing Sustainless on Noxa on my like fourth account when he comes out. You guys aren't going to believe it. You guys aren't going to believe what you're gonna see. You'll be in awe, jaw dropped.
Here to crash the party? Ready to lose your you can fight it or rock with it.
By the way, I'm not saying that like my gameplay is gonna be godly. I'm saying the damage numbers are gonna be godly.
Lend me your strength. Pretty good. Turn it up. Nap time.
Lands at the ready.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Persistence is timely. This song's for you. Keep up.
I'm on guard.
Ready to lose your you can fight it or rock with it.
Yeah, I saw the huge story spoiler. It's why I made a community post yesterday telling people to save for Cyrene because I saw the story spoiler.
To guard and defend.
Don't say it in chat though, please.
Pretty good crowd to turn it up. Lend me your strength. Keep up.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Yeah, that's true, Wilson.
Lance at the ready.
Ready to lose your
Cyrene, not Sarija.
Persistence is timely. That's it.
I'm currently working on a quantum set on my 4th account for Noxa.
Lend me your strength. Ready to lose your you can fight it or rock with it. Pretty good crowd today. Time for a shot. That's better.
Nice teamwork.
Oh my god, E1 Natasha coming in clutch.
Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Let's rock. Ready to
I'm gonna miss gacha smack.
or rock with it.
Bro's takes were funny as fuck, yeah. I mean, he's still probably gonna play like Wua and all those other gacha games, right? He's just not playing any Hoyo ones anymore, I think. Which, to be honest, right, it makes sense, you know? It's his own decision. He got sick of Hoyo shit, he's quitting the game. Gotta respect the man. He could have made a lot more money farming Firefly versus Fei Xiao videos. Whoops. Yeah, Gacha Smack was cool. I think I don't know how many subscribers he has now, but I originally started watching him when he had like 12k, I think. Like around 12k subs or something. I have no clue what he's at now. Did Smack upload something after HSR stream? Yeah, his quitting video. I mean, he already said it though. It's nothing new. Like he made a video a little bit ago basically saying he was going to wait until the live stream and see if the passive was still there, and that if they officially announced it, he quit all Hoyo games.
A horrifying prescription, and I can't make any sense of it.
understandable, Wilson. I used to be the same a lot when I was younger too. I don't really have one comfort creator anymore.
I heard from a thank you.
I used to always have one comfort creator depending on what game I play or whatever.
Leave your contact.
But I don't really watch too much YouTube these days, to be honest. I have to spend most of the day like trying to improve myself mentally in some way. You're my comfort creator. I appreciate that, Solus. Can I go here now or no? Okay, my bad. Oh my god.
There's inspiration in every glance and every breeze.
No, I'm not in my late 30s.
Many, let's get down to
I don't think I'd be playing this game in my late 30s.
what happened.
No, I'm not in I'm not in my 30s, guys. I'm not in my 30s, I swear.
Would you like me to relay your message?
I keep getting free credits every single day thinking it's actually something like good. Let's all hope Cypher is an ass and I don't waste my time doing this.
Wow. Don't shoot. I've heard that let me see her report. No cure. Still.
I don't know, Minion. I am interested in like what they'll do with it, but I truly couldn't give you like a guess at all. Like Hoyo kind of eludes me when it comes to this shop shit, right? Because it's like something completely new. I don't really have like any pattern to go off of, like I usually do for like character power creep or other stuff. It's really hard to tell. Like I was talking about it earlier, but if it's like it resets every 3 to 4 patches, it'd probably be better for most people to just straight up spend the token right now, because they're like an actually good support is probably not going to be added for a long ass time if that ends up being the case. Like a lot of people are saying shit like, "Oh, save it for when Robin gets in here." But like, let's all be honest. They're not putting Robin in that shit for a long time. They make a lot of money off of Robin and Robin E1.
Is this the one?
Aw, look, he's stuck. Hey. What's this guy? A lawsuit. Heck, go ahead. Let's leave. Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, the idiot.
I don't think they'll add tokens for new characters. If they add tokens for new characters, then people with E6 standards can literally just get a new, like, top of the meta new character for getting a few copies of like a Branya or like a Yangqing. Like in their eyes, they probably never want to add that to the game. Yeah, this is the third account.
Why does she wonder about him?
Rob does have Robin. Wilson. Rob has an E1S1 Robin. See, this is how I know you're a casual, Wilson. You're just a casual viewer.
How was she?
No, the main account has an E0S0 Robin. And the fourth account has an E1 Robin with no S1.
She told me prepared in all likelihood.
How dare you not know everything about my accounts, Wilson? It's only 4 accounts. How can you not keep up with all the characters I have? Fake fan.
What's happening? Is the girl in trouble?
Yeah, I also appreciate when they do like more guys, to be honest.
This battle is unavoidable.
Like for like I tried to pull Brant on Wuwa, I lost and then I just quit the game again. I couldn't be bothered, man.
It's time.
Pretty good crowd. It's all right. Everything's okay now, show you. Thank you, big brother. Thank you, Anshu. You don't need to be scared anymore. Is that why you're because I'm not trying walking alone. Everyone is a lone one. That would good. This place is too
I am like being casual. The HSR community is too full of drama and people take things too seriously. The world's kind of literally burning outside and you're making a fuss over this. No offense.
I endured it numerous
What do you mean over this as if it isn't a great offense?
the long life being
Wow.
no
It's
matter
just
what
over this for you. Yeah, I understand.
long life.
All good, Wilson, all good.
Thank you.
I just
See you soon.
I saw you differently, to be honest. But this changes the way I see you. My fault for having assumptions and expectations. The Hoyo community is really trash. I think most gacha communities are pretty trash, to be honest. Like, I feel like every community has their own superiority complex. You know what I'm saying? Like, for Wuwa, it's usually over Genshin. For HSR, it's also like over Genshin and sometimes Wuwa. Genshin players, they absolutely hate Wuwa people. Or they, like, blindly hate Wuwa. It's like every single I can't speak. Every single gacha community is kind of like a cult, to be honest. ZZZ is the only neutral. Eh. I don't really know. I haven't seen anything about ZZZ. I have seen ZZZ people saying that their game won't end up like Genshin or HSR, which is like straight up delusion. But outside of that, I don't think I've seen too much ZZZ beef with other games. Unless they're defending their game from being called a Gooner game. That's about it.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Yeah, exactly, Arts.
Here to crash the party? Ready to lose yours? You can fight it or rock with it. Lend me your strength. Turn it up.
Nice damage, bro. Appreciate it. I'm going crazy, man.
Lend me your strength. Ready to lose her? You can fight it. Or rock with it. That's better.
Nice teamwork.
Ooh. Unfortunate.
This battle is
Actually, I should be using small herd instead of preservation MC. I forgot that I had this guy on the team because of the fucking requirement for Cocolia.
destroyed. To guard and defend. Crush them. Time for a shot. Seems I've been waiting a while.
Apparently ZZZ's power creep
Songs for you.
is 100% there. Like after Miyabi, apparently like the upcoming characters are being scaled to be close to her level. And on top of this, the W engine situation, from what I've heard from people, is worse than the Lycone situation in HSR, where the W engines have like some insane stat sticks that aren't even comparable to the free-to-play options.
Ready to lose her? You can fight it. Or rock with it. Naughty child.
You have to keep in mind, right? You might be like, oh, it's only Miyabi. But, like, the fact that ZZZ experienced Acheron levels of power creep, like, that early into the game, like, even earlier than HSR, is already, like, a pretty bad sign.
Resistance is timed a little something. Think nothing of it. Resistance is timely.
Like, I looked at a tier list, like, a few days ago. Keep in mind, like, Ellen isn't that old, you know what I'm saying? Like, the game isn't even a year old yet, and I saw Ellen go from, like, top tier to, like, mid to low tier. Like, holy shit, man. What did they do?
Pretty good. Turn it up. You came into the sea. It looked like there has to be something.
Now I know how Jing Liu people felt when they pulled Jing Liu, thought she was on top of the world. Then they saw Dill get Sparkle. Then they saw Acheron release. Then they saw Firefly release, and then Jing Liu just, you know, went into hibernation. That's how I felt about it coming back to ZZZ to see my Ellen was power crept.
That tree on shoe isn't. I've got it.
No, Wuwa power creep isn't bad.
Time to come out, little DT.
At least currently, right? Like, it's not that old, but it's 100% doing better than the Hoyo games currently. In terms of, like, in terms of handling power creep. Even better than Genshin? To be honest, I can't really use Genshin as a standard. Because I never... Like, when I played Genshin, I was a complete gacha casual. So, I don't really know how, like, the Genshin guys perform. But currently, yeah. Yeah. Like, for example, there's people who can there's people who can, like, full clear the Tower of Adversity with one dungeon. No other teammates, like, nothing else. Literally just one character, one dungeon, and they can clear the majority of Tower of Adversity. It's basically just the MOC of Woo Wilson.
Yes, I am. I said he's my. I didn't expect you to come looking.
Yeah. Yeah, Ozma, tell me about it.
So they didn't
Tell me about it.
you fear.
I listened to all the content creators saying Mono Quantum would become meta. Sparkle would be the new push for a new meta. You know, wait for the quantum skill point hungry DPS that breaks the game like Dill.
Since neither of us
It never came.
the devilish
It never came.
is
You
not
know what did come though? An E1 or sorry, an E0 S1 Sunday who doesn't even have a skill point gimmick being more skill point positive than Sparkle. I hate this game, man. It's so annoying too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Sunday was another skill point like gimmick contender, but with better action advance, it wouldn't be as bad. But like, he isn't. He's just supposed to be a good summon buffer. Yet he's still just better with his Lycon in every single team. Like, that should genuinely just be illegal, to be honest. How do you butcher a character that bad within like 7 patches? Like direct power creep almost.
What is your purpose for entering this?
How did it go? So you
7 patches is a lot of time.
ran and take this.
It kinda is, but like, here's the thing, right? It's one thing to power creep a character in one aspect of the game, right? Like, for example, Tribby is a better, more universal support because she can also do damage and she gives stuff like Respen and Vulnerability, which is more universal compared to Ruan Mei. However, Ruan Mei still has her niche, right? Like, she still has this, tight niche with the break characters where she's still a best in slot. Sparkle doesn't have a best in slot in the game when you use an E0S1 Sunday. Like, her own niches literally disappear before your eyes when you have an E0S1 Sunday. So it's like, I do expect power creep, just not to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, there isn't a single team that she's better than Sunday in. What do you mean 7 patches? I mean, Sparkle was still like good for like Dill at the time. Specific niche scenarios like E2 Acheron or something, right? The mono quantum copers, right? So there was something. Damn, how many levels did I go up? Oh my god. I went up like 10. I am like 70. I'm at soft pity. Okay, guys, let's see it. Let's see it. Branya. Oh wait, no, I don't want a Branya. Actually, no, I do want Branya Lycone. Branya Lycone. Give me a Branya Lycone. No Yang Ching and no Bailu. I don't want those.
Master Diviner, you're back.
Shouldn't you have saved for when the new standard characters and LCs are added? No.
I was merely being courteous.
I mean, technically yes, but it didn't make a difference, so I'm gonna say no.
What's all this about a difficult?
Because I didn't end up pulling a character anyways.
Sharp as always. Knew we'd spent. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines, leading the Cloud Knight charge? No, try this on for size. No, I can't. Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield? Vigilance orders, please. After receiving the ambrosial arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Lawfu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Joe native species. They also developed many incredible technologies that treat But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it,
They should have added Sparkle in the standard banner.
Dragonflies chime and dream.
Yeah, to be honest, fuck it. Just throw her in there, to be honest.
Do you see that?
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. You know, perfectly fine.
Coming out of them. This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. An elegant, as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues.
This is why the Cloud Knight.
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade is about to be.
The Cloud Knight's first assault.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounce their century of secrecy
Whoa.
and choose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always
What does her E1 and E2 do?
they are indeed. This
It
demonic
wastes
weapon
your
has
jades
Cloud Knight.
when you pull on them, basically.
Arbors
That's what E1 and E2 do.
hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. I do not wish to be their puppet either. In any case, we do not walk alone and unhindered on our paths. Our choices define us and influence. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge
Sparkle 100% AA buff in 2027 trust.
the matter at hand.
I mean, that's a hard trust, man.
Without being harmed by them. Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kind of have superpowers around here, I will come at once when the smoke dissipates.
You know what would be hilarious?
Feel like even though long life species get to live,
If they buffed Sparkle
life species when it comes
around Ceridra's patch, and then Ceridra had the same Eidolons but better, and like better buffs and everything else. Literally just another Sunday situation.
Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible. Thank you for the concern.
Cypher doesn't work with Acheron and Sparkle until you get like E1 S1 or some bullshit apparently.
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Not thin enough.
Oh wait, this is when Ting Yun snaps her neck, right? Woo! Boys, we finally got to the most memorable moment. Yeah, Saridra has like there's like a 99% chance he's a dedicated hyper carry buffer because that's what Phenon wants to charge, and she's supposed to be his best in slot. No, no, no. The Oh yeah, Cyrene is Remembrance. Yeah. Why are they giving away Ruan Mei? I mean, why not, to be honest? Like, if you really think about it, it costs them nothing to give a free Ruan Mei, especially since she's a 1.x first harmony in the game, and we're now in 3.x, right? That doesn't mean she's bad, but, like, it's just good, rep. They get way more people to log into the game and play it if they put a free limited in there. They even added Luocha for, like, if you're playing My Day or Castris or some shit, so... Like, in the end, they probably make more money from people joining because of the free limited. So, you know, they get what they want in the end. Yeah, that too. Like, I believe, like, somewhere, I remember seeing statistics somewhere, like, Ruan Mei is one of, if not the most owned character in the entirety of the game. That was a pretty bad hiccup. My Sparkle will be replaced on my Acheron team. She already has by an E0S1 Sunday, man. I don't know how to break it to you.
Lance at the ready.
I don't have Sunday, so it doesn't apply. That's true.
Ready to jam.
Highest acquisition rate in the game, so maybe they thought they won't make much money on the banner. Yeah, exactly. I keep forgetting to add Herda to the team. Saridra can't replace Sunday. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, you literally just run the two together in most of their teams, and in their best in slot team with Phenon, they 100% are ran together. So, Sunday, according to the leaks, gets like ult charge and his best in slot relic set gives you more attack percent. Like, it stacks up for every single target buff you apply onto your Phenon. And when your Phenon finally attacks, like, he lets go of it and he gets like multiple stacks of attack percent increase for his hit with his relic set. So Sunday is a best in slot because his ult is also like a single target buff and his skill, right? So it's two at the same time. And then Saridra will probably be the exact same shit. So it's just Saridra and Sunday plus a sustain, or Saridra and Sunday plus another support if you run him Sustainless. Yeah, like, Phenon charges with single target buffs applied to him. Isn't it about time to change the live stream thumbnail? Why do you guys want me to put in effort, man? Why? Do you guys hate me or something? Oh my god, guys. Look at this. Cinema. Cinema. Peak cinema. Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh my god. Look away, guys. Look away. PG-13. Why do you always sound so tired? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like a natural thing. This doesn't mean shit since we got Fugue. I mean, yeah, but you know, they want to make the moolah somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like last night, I was having trouble sleeping because all I could do was calculate defense shred percentage to like damage increase for Noxa and thinking of what I should pull on for all of my accounts. And it made me take like an extra 1 to 2 hours before I could sleep. Oh shit, I should have healed. Rookie mistake from me. Stress for good stat on Noxa? Yeah. Okay, so here's the problem, right? Hear me out. I had a fully tuned scholar set for him. Like, everything was done. I farmed it. I salvaged relics for it. And then I realized that Hypercarry and Noxa, especially with an E1 Sunday, is actually, like, noticeably stronger with the Quantum set instead. So I started farming for Quantum set and thinking of like, what if I got Cypher or E1 Anoxa, because Cypher also gives defense like reduction to all enemies on field. So that would put Anoxa probably around like 90 to 100% defense shred. And then E1 puts Anoxa at 92% defense shred. So I was thinking like, is it worth it? I kept looking it up, like, I don't know. Like, the gacha demons have taken my soul at this point. You sound sick. You even sniff. I'm not sick. It's cause I have my bedroom window open, and yeah, I just have a very weak immune system. It's like cold here. Do you really think Cypher would be a good for Noxa? Yeah. Sustainless though. Not with sustain is the thing. Like maybe she is good with sustain, I'm not sure. But I was thinking of Sustainless, And theoretically, Sustainless and Noxa should go insane with Cypher. Because of the defense reduction to all mobs on field that she applies, like, let's say it's 20%, right? Because it's one of her traces where she does this 20% defense reduction. A Noxa E0S1 with my E1 Sunday plus Quantum set has 76. So that puts him at 96% defense shred, which is a massive, like, it's like a 30% damage increase getting that much more defense shred, like, later on. So she's giving, like, support buffs while also recording damage while also doing her own damage. You know what I'm saying? But this is all theoretical because we don't even have Cypher specific numbers. What the fuck, Wilson? How are you level 16 Divergent Universe? E2S1 my day, E0S1 Sunday. Boo. Guys in the chat, boo this whale. Boo the whale. Boo. Boo. You're why Hoyo never changes. Boo.
Before I arrived, meaning thank you.
Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain.
Oh, so we're just lying now?
Here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if they completely dump on her multipliers, then yeah, she'll be ass. But if she has even just half decent multipliers, Sustainless with Anoxa could actually go pretty crazy. Because Anoxa already has so much fucking defense shred. He gets 24% defense shred when there's max weaknesses on an enemy. He gets another, I think it's like 12 or 14% from his light cone, right? And then with the quantum set, he gets like 60% total. If you have E1 Sunday like I do, 76, right? So with Cypher adding maybe possibly like 20%, like that's basically a harmony buff. Like he's doing 30% more damage automatically with Cypher on the team.
I'm sorry. I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey.
Like technically that is worse than like another support, but you have to think about the recording damage as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Wilson. I didn't mean it. Exactly, Prophet One. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. You get it. You get it. And if she does have, this is why I don't want to get E1 and Noxa, by the way, is because I'm already so close to like very high levels of defense shred. Like you can't get any more defense shred after 100%. Like your damage doesn't go up if you're past 100% defense shred. So that's why E1 Anoxa is kind of ass, to be honest, with like an E1 Sunday. Like if I didn't have E1 Sunday, E1 Anoxa would be worth it. But because I do, E1 Anoxa is shit. Like if Cypher can get me close to 100%, that's good enough. Aren't I coming back to the stream anymore? Why?
He's here.
I hate how Hoyo murdered Anoxa like they did with Zhaoqiu. Yeah. Anoxa, I've said this before, but for anyone wondering why Anoxa is bad when they're seeing like his Sustainless runs, not the same unit. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go into like in depth. Anoxa Sustainless is completely different from Anoxa Sustain.
You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering.
No. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
I'm not jumping for joy. What?
Did the general not tell you?
Hey, move back. Things are about to. Huh? You look.
Look out! Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Oh my god, peak cinema.
You.
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Ruan Mei. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice.
Wow, Yang Ching, you're so cool. Go get him.
You Imbibitor Lune. First it was the Stellaron hunters. Now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou.
No interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Poised to Bloom S1 or Tomorrow's Journey S5 on Robin? I heard Poised to Bloom S2 is similar in performance to Tomorrow's Journey S5. So S1 probably not, but S2 kind of equal, and then anything above S2 is better than Tomorrow's Journey. I'm using Poised to Bloom S4 on my Robin on my 4th account with Sunday.
They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence. You're not getting away either.
Is that so?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the most.
I'm not sure, Ozma, but probably. It's always way higher than usual.
Strength I wish not to use.
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy.
No problem, Lost.
Punish evil.
I wonder if the others are okay.
Yo, when can I use Dill's skill, man? Oh, look at that. Look at that, huge.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
Wow, Yang Ching, you're so scary. 1k blade damage. The other side might finally be reachable for him.
I didn't wish to harm anyone.
Yo, why is everybody just making grunting noises, bro? It's not that serious. Give me some dialogue.
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. General!
He really needs a buff? I mean, that's why he's done in the standard banner, man.
Many years have passed since the two of
My task is
Pig you won, pig you won.
small matter.
General,
Now is not the time.
Why are you screaming pig you won? Someone said it in the chat.
It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waters.
Jing Yuan doesn't need a buff.
Shall we go and see them together?
I mean, he could use a buff. He doesn't necessarily need it to clear endgame, but... Okay, here's the thing.
Scale Gorge Waters.
If you don't have a Sunday, he 100% needs a fucking buff, right? Like, Jing Yuan is only as good as he is with a Sunday.
Know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfang this past year. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Danheng. Whether Danfang was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. Do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me.
Raising old myths on the darkness of the wild. An exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visit.
I all
You did. But to what effect? If words alone
Disrespecting King Yuan like that?
this
My bad, dude. My
before
bad.
you can let dawn,
I may not be capable.
you must do it. It is as I said. I am the Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here.
Woo! So when does Dill separate the seas or whatever?
Waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. I have been keep the hunt.
Yeah, it's nowhere near the same thing, Haru, unfortunately.
We need to help them.
Aglaya can still 1 to 2 cycle without a Sunday. Jing Yuan cannot 1 to 2 cycle without a Sunday. Unless he has extremely highly invested in supports.
Conflict is pitiless.
Heaven surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
Very bad comparison.
Follow my charm. Here. It's thunder.
Heaven surge. Break!
Holy shit, Dill is carrying, bro.
told you I could fight.
Here. It's thunder.
Heaven surge. Rise! Let's go.
Tough luck running into me.
Quick stream Shirley, it is quick stream Kiwi. I was gonna get to the part where Dill like splits the waves and then I was getting off.
It's pitiless.
I don't know why, but I just feel so tired today.
Let's make it quick.
Told you I could fight.
Rules are made to be broken.
Bonk.
Jingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces.
The ambrosial arbor. Lord Ravager Fantillia's strategy was to create civil strife.
Oh really, Fushuan?
Xianzhou from within.
Oh wow.
She wanted to use the arbor to disseminate the power of the plague's author.
Oh my goodness, no way.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express.
Hope you have a good rest. Appreciate it.
Huh? Is that...
It's because of a Noxa, man. Trying to min-max my Noxa on the 4th account is...
you...
It's cooked.
Let us save set my astral guests. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the however, as Lady Fu has explained,
Cypher isn't worth it, man. I don't know why I'm doing this. It just isn't worth it.
even if the crisis on the law nothing
Kiwi would probably have me hung for saying that, but it's just not worth it.
fear, whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make.
Gotta catch 'em all. I'm being greedy and stupid, man. Like, literally this time, though.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan.
She's worth it? You don't even know. You're just looking at the design. You know, you're like, oh my god, this is a goonable character for me. So, you're automatically putting all your stocks into her.
Rainbow Arbiter severed the ambrosial arbor.
I know who you are, Kiwi. You can't fool me.
Its author lingered. In order to make the stemming under the direction
Ghost of the goon.
It looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if...
That did not look like Don Hung to me, but...
Don Hung's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance.
Why I don't need a Noxa. I want to get a Noxa because my 4th account has an E1S1 Sunday. So I can get my Noxa to 76% death shred.
Have no longer had an individual capable of performing such. What happens next?
And I want to run him Sustainless because I also have an E1 Robin on that account. I want to try E1S1 Sunday, E1 Robin, and RMC with an E0S1 Anoxa and see how it goes. Cinema, cinema. A tear just fell down my leg. Oh my god, that was peak. That was cinema. Cinema that I definitely didn't or haven't seen 4 times in a row. Yeah, back when this was back when they were saying Genshin could never.
I wouldn't say so.
Genshin could never. More polls, better characters, better trailers, better combat. This was the Genshin could never days.
The adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. You have a more important duty. Cloud9's attention. After I enter the Yes, General. Lady Fu,
I trust you will be here.
Look at all those jades. Oh my goodness. Alright, guys. I am gonna cut the stream off here. I am, for some reason, I don't know why, just completely drained of energy. Right? However, once again, very quickly, a teaser of the 4th account that will be pulling for Noxa and what I've slowly been working on, right? Of course, because I'm sure most people already expect me to get Castris on Rob. They expect me to get My Day on my main account, right? However, they would never expect this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because you are playing 3 accounts. No, I'm actually playing 4. So, I'm playing 4, not 3 accounts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, maybe. I was trying to get the Sunday to a lower speed threshold, but this game fucking sucks. Because it has hidden numbers. Like, I'll try to explain it as best as I can, right? So this Sunday is 136 right now, right? But if I remove 2 speed off of the glove to get to 134 perfectly, it instead goes down to 133 because of a hidden number. Like, it rounds down. It's so annoying. But as you can see, E1 S1 Sunday, E1 Robin with S4 poised to bloom. Who cares about the Herda, right? This is supposed to be for Sustainless and Noxa. 160 RMC with 200% crit damage. And then what's a work in progress, as you can see, a pretty significant work in progress, right? So we have 1 triple crit headpiece. We have a double crit 2 speed, because I need a Noxa to be 137 speed, right? So keep that in mind. So I need some speed on my pieces. Triple crit roll right here, right? Huge. And that's the Noxa on work, guys. I just explained why I couldn't get 134 Solus. It rounds down because there's a hidden number. I'll show you guys right now, right? Look, 136 speed. I go to the glove. I only have 2 speed on this. I go to a glove that gets rid of the 2 speed, and he goes down to 133. So this is the issue with building my Noxa currently, is I'm just getting fucked over by a hidden number. Yeah, I'm slowly putting the relics on my QQ because she has a similar base speed to Anoxa. Hers is 98 and Anoxa's is 97. So I need to get QQ to like 138 speed to actually like fit with this Sunday. But yeah, E0S1 Avon, E0S1 Herda, Fei Shao, and then that's basically it. Oh yeah, the polls. Here you guys go. We have 307 pulls. I can get like another 10 from Overworld plus daily pass and stuff. So I'll have like 325 or 330 by anniversary patch. And then you build the Gamba Gremlin? Nah. She's forever staying there. Yeah. She's basically just a placeholder, right? So that's it, to be honest. Just a test subject, you know? Peak polls, yeah. E0S1 on Noxa, and then when Castris comes out, I'm pulling on Rob. But Rob has like no fucking pulls right now. So I'm probably gonna pull for the Lycone first, since Rob is kind of close on that. Like people would be more interested in that probably. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. That's the sneak peek into the fourth account.